Have you ever met someone who seemed perfectly normal, yet something felt wrong? They smiled. They were polite. They said all the right things. But deep down, you felt uncomfortable, uneasy, alert. You couldn't explain it logically. You just felt bad energy. Most people dismiss these feelings. They tell themselves they are overthinking, being judgmental, being irrational. But psychology suggests something different. Because your brain is constantly detecting information that never reaches conscious awareness. Tiny signals, micro-expressions, emotional inconsistencies, behavioral patterns, and sometimes, your intuition notices danger long before your conscious mind can explain it, which raises an uncomfortable question. What if bad energy isn't mystical at all? What if it's your mind recognizing something your eyes haven't fully understood yet? Your brain sees more than you realize. Most people think perception is conscious, but the vast majority of information processing happens beneath awareness. Every second, your brain analyzes thousands of signals. Body language, facial tension, eye contact, tone shifts, movement patterns, emotional expressions. You don't consciously analyze all of it, but your nervous system does. This is why you can sometimes feel uncomfortable around someone before they have done anything obviously wrong. Your conscious mind may still be gathering information, but your subconscious mind has already started reaching conclusions. And that feeling people call bad energy is often the result of unconscious pattern recognition. The brain noticing something before language catches up. People reveal their emotions without speaking. Humans leak emotions constantly, even when they try not to. A forced smile, cold eyes, fake enthusiasm, subtle irritation, hidden anger. These signals are incredibly difficult to suppress completely. And while most people cannot consciously identify every signal, they still react to them emotionally. This creates a strange experience. Someone says all the right words, yet their emotional signals communicate something entirely different. And inconsistency creates discomfort, because humans instinctively trust behavior more than language. When words and emotions contradict each other, the brain becomes suspicious. Not because it knows exactly why, but because something doesn't align. And often, that misalignment is experienced as bad energy. Your nervous system detects threats. Long before humans had modern society, survival depended on reading people accurately. One wrong judgment could be dangerous. So the human nervous system evolved to detect potential threats quickly. Not perfectly, but quickly. This system still operates today. Your body constantly evaluates whether someone feels safe or unsafe, trustworthy or unpredictable, calm or aggressive. And sometimes your body reacts before your mind understands why. You may feel tension, restlessness, an urge to leave, difficulty relaxing. These reactions often appear irrational, but they may simply be your nervous system detecting subtle signs of danger. Not necessarily physical danger, sometimes emotional danger, manipulation, hostility, deception, instability, and your body responds accordingly. Negative people create emotional contagion. Emotions spread, far more than most people realize. Psychologists call this emotional contagion, the tendency for people to unconsciously absorb the emotional states of others. Spend enough time around an anxious person, and you may feel anxious. Spend enough time around an angry person, and your own mood begins changing. Spend enough time around a bitter person, and negativity starts affecting your thinking. This is why some people leave you feeling drained. Not because they perform magic, but because emotional states are surprisingly contagious. And highly negative individuals often create emotional environments that your nervous system immediately recognizes as unhealthy. That recognition can feel like bad energy, because in many ways, that's exactly what it is. Toxic people often feel different. One reason toxic individuals are difficult to identify is because they rarely announce themselves. Manipulative people often appear charming, friendly, helpful, confident, but beneath the surface, their behavior creates subtle tension. Perhaps they constantly criticize others. Perhaps they enjoy drama. Perhaps they violate boundaries in small ways. Perhaps they create confusion wherever they go. You may not consciously notice every red flag, but your brain notices patterns. And over time, those patterns create discomfort. This is why some people trigger caution even before you can explain why. Your intuition may be responding to behavioral inconsistencies your conscious mind has not fully processed yet. People who hide their true selves often feel off. Authenticity creates coherence. The outside matches the inside. The behavior matches the emotions. The words match the intentions. But when someone constantly hides their true motives, something changes. The signals stop aligning. The person begins performing instead of expressing. And humans are surprisingly sensitive to performance, even if we cannot always explain it. This is why some people feel strangely artificial. Everything appears correct on the surface, yet something feels missing underneath. The connection feels forced. The energy feels unnatural. And often, what you're sensing is not bad energy itself, but emotional incongruence, a mismatch between what someone presents and what they actually feel. Intuition is often pattern recognition. Many people treat intuition like a mystery, but psychology often views intuition differently, as rapid unconscious pattern recognition. Your brain stores countless social experiences throughout life. Every interaction, every betrayal, every manipulation, every trustworthy person. Over time, it learns patterns. And when someone reminds your brain of a pattern associated with danger, an emotional signal appears. A feeling, a warning, a sense that something isn't right. This doesn't mean intuition is always correct, but it does mean intuition should not be ignored automatically, because sometimes your conscious mind needs evidence, while your subconscious mind has already noticed the pattern. Bad energy is not always something supernatural. Often, it is psychology, your brain noticing subtle inconsistencies, your nervous system detecting emotional instability, your intuition recognizing patterns before conscious awareness catches up. That uncomfortable feeling around certain people may not be random. It may be information, not proof, not certainty, but information worth paying attention to. Because some people bring calm wherever they go. Others bring tension. Some people leave you feeling safe. Others leave you feeling drained. And while intuition is not perfect, it exists for a reason. The next time someone seems perfectly normal, yet something feels wrong, don't ignore the feeling immediately, because sometimes your mind understands the truth long before it can explain it.